I'm Stephen Dial in Dallas.
I'm Rudy Koski in Austin.
And I'm Greg Krugen in Houston, and this is Texas, The Issue Is.
We already know it's well reported that the state has a record surplus, and lawmakers have been focused on talking about giving that money back to taxpayers, specifically with property tax relief. But in his inaugural address, Governor-Greg-Abbott gave us a preview of some other priorities this session.
And thank you for the trust that you have placed in me to lead our great state for 4 more years.
For the third time, Greg Abbott took the oath of office as governor of Texas. With a more than $30 billion surplus, Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and House Speaker Dade Phelan made it known what their priorities are. The biggest promise, giving the money back to the taxpayer. In his speech, Abbott mentioned infrastructure, something Speaker Phelan says should be a priority with the extra money.
We must work this session to bolster our infrastructure, including the roads that we drive on, the water that we use at home and in our fields, and the ports that we use to ship products around the entire globe. Our state is so grand, we now have more than 30 million people who call Texas home.
While big-ticket items may not have widespread bipartisanship this session, making schools safer following the Robb Elementary mass shooting in Uvalde is expected to have bipartisan support. Democrats likely won't get any meaningful wins when it comes to gun reforms, but both sides could come together on mental health funding and hardening schools.
We must prioritize protecting students and staff. We must provide mental health services to students who need it. Parents must know that their children are going to be safe when they drop them off at school every single morning. We will not end this session without making our schools safer.
Abbott urged lawmakers to fix the bond process.
We must end the easy bail policies that let dangerous criminals back out onto our streets. We must impose mandatory sentences on criminals caught with guns and mandatory sentences on anyone caught smuggling illegal immigrants in Texas.
Republicans and Democrats agree there's a problem on the southern border. For the first time in 2 years, President Biden visited the border in El Paso. Republicans, like Senator John Cornyn, told reporters the president's visit can't just be a photo op, saying there needs to be real change.
More illegal immigrants crossed our border than the populations of Austin, El Paso, and Houston combined.
Operation Lone Star, seen as a political stunt by Democrats, has cost the state billions of dollars. While the Texas National Guard presence at the border has decreased in number, Abbott says he will continue to fund the operation and will continue to bus asylum seekers to Democrat-led cities.
Our job is to deliver solutions for our fellow Texans, and by God, that is exactly what we are going to do this session.
So we got a sneak peek at some of the other things that Governor Abbott is really looking into. Rudy, what's your one word to describe that speech?
Stephen, my one word is chorus line.
Okay. Greg, what about you?
My word, Stephen, is consistent.
Consistent. The Fox Texas Trio will be back to discuss more after this break.